reception, number 462 of his career. First and goal, Chris Thompson with the first touchdown of the night for Washington.
Peyton like what he saw from Lutz. 38-yard attempt from the left hash. It is blocked. And on the recovery, it's Janoris Jenkins. And Jenkins will take it all the way for a Giants touchdown.
And has played a lot more mature than that. First and goal, Elliott right up the middle, waiting for a signal touchdown. Drive continues from the 14, ninth play of it. Stretch to Jones, cuts up inside the 10, Matt Jones, touchdown! Second down, four-man pressure. Cousins, end zone, caught, Crowder, touchdown! Woo!
Comes up, Norman staying on his side. That time was Kendall Fuller on the coverage. Dan Cook with the high punt. And Jamison Crowder on the return. Big return for Crowder. And he's going to go all the way. Touchdown Redskins. 85 yards.
From the 40, their first drive of the second half. Begins with Elliott breaking it into the secondary, and it's a foot race, and he will not be touched.
Smallwood on the return. Across the 30, the 40, midfield, Smallwood still going. All the way to the end zone for an Eagles touchdown, 86 yards. Off the fake to Jones, picked off, Malcolm Jenkins, one man to beat, it's Cousins. And Jenkins will take it all the way for an Eagles score.
Into the nickel, second down, 11 for Keenum. Right through the hands of Austin, and picked off on the ricochet by Landon Collins. And Collins has the pick. His first of the year, breaking one tackle after another. And he's got some blockers ahead like Jenkins and Casillas, and he's inside the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown!
Second down and 8. Cousins with time, fires, wide open, it's Crowder. And Jamison Crowder dives for the end zone, he's in.
Manning, end zone, pass caught, wide open, Roger Lewis, touchdown. As the Cowboys have second and 18. Setting up a screen for Elliott with blocking. Huge play. Elliott into Steeler territory. Down the sideline. And in for the touchdown. No flags. At 15 yards here. It's Elliott. Elliott for the touchdown. No flags. Cowboys lead. 9 seconds left.
And the Giants both winning as well. Cousins takes the deep shot downfield, and it is called by Garcon, who will score. Into the wind, a home run ball. 70 yards.
Go, Red 80.
Mack and Schwartz deals for a while. Second down and 19, getting hit and into the hands of Jason Pierre-Paul, who will run it in. Touchdown Giants.
They called that a catch on the field. It was close, so they'll run. Kelly breaks another tackle. Rob Kelly into the end zone. Touchdown.
That's great stuff. Second down. Four-man rush. Cousins all kinds of time. Gonna sling it deep. Deshaun Jackson turns around. Willie Mays type catch. And Deshaun Jackson. Touchdown. My goodness. 80 yards.
An impressive quarterback in my mind.
Blitz picked up, coming near. Sack! And it's intercepted. McKelvin. Touchdown. 6. Eagles only have one timeout to go. They'll pitch it to Thompson. Gets outside. Thompson makes a cut. Look at the roll. Touchdown.
Play clock at 2. Passing. What a catch, Beckham! He's done it again. Wow. Touchdown Giants.
Good wheels from Wentz. He gained 9. Toss to Sproles. Got a block from Lane Johnson. Sproles inside the 10. Derek Sproles. Opening drive. Philadelphia touchdown. Sterling Shepard back in the slot for the Giants. Manning. Compressed pocket. Throws the interception. Malcolm Jenkins taking it all the way for an Eagle touchdown. Here's Brown. Back Brown. And Brown in a foot race. 3 Bears are chasing him. And they're not going to get him. No. Touchdown, Mac Brown.
Over his last 2 seasons at Mississippi State. And for a while he had the Bulldogs #1 in the country. Here's Elliott into the secondary. Glover Quinn trying to run him down and running out of time. It's a touchdown for Elliott.
With the carries that he's had, but they haven't really gone back to him. Manning protected. Down the field, passes caught for the touchdown. Tavares King.
3 receivers to the left side. Wentz throws right. It was picked off. Ryan Kerrigan, touchdown. Down at 6. Cousins to Thompson again. Chris Thompson stays on his feet. He's in. Touchdown.
That in your first game of the season in a 2-minute drive.
Second down at 3. Cousins hit as he throws. Ball is loose. It's Fletcher Cox who takes it in for an Eagles touchdown. On the 4th Redskins turnover of this game.
Little delay to Thompson. Got a nice block and it springs into the open field. Thompson inside the 20. And a touchdown for Thompson. A 61-yard run for Thompson.
Where does Manning go? To the corner. Passes caught for the touchdown. Beckham. What a catch by Odell Beckham Jr. Is it good? It is good. Philadelphia wins it.
And calling these plays too.
Mac Brown is now the back. They fake it to him. Cousins going deep down the right sideline, and it's hauled in, and into the end zone goes Jackson for a touchdown. 52 yards to the rookie who missed almost all of last season. The blitz is on. And Wentz has time and floats it for Aguilar, who makes the catch on the run. Nelson Aguilar puts a move on, and yes, that's an Eagles touchdown.
Little pure conversation. 3rd and 10. Only a 3-man rush again, and that's intercepted at the 40-yard line. That is Janoris Jenkins, and he will get into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. So the Giants had 1 interception in 5 games, and that was last week, and tonight a pair of picks.
7:30 Eastern time on Tuesday night, game 1 of the World Series. Take it one way, throw it the other way to Ezekiel Elliott. He races down the sideline inside the 20. Back to the inside. Are you kidding me?
Other times, he has really earned the respect of his teammates with that toughness. Going for a deep ball. Has a man behind the defense. It's caught for a touchdown. The rookie, Mac Hollins, with his first career touchdown, 64 yards.
Eagles will get the ball first following halftime. 49ers facing a 3rd down and 7. Picked off by Jalen Mills. Mills stays in bounds. He's inside the 10. Through the end zone. Touchdown.
The right tackle left early. Ball batted into the air, and it's intercepted by Byron Jones, and he's in for a touchdown to put this one on ice for the Cowboys. Only the 2nd career interception in 39 games for Jones.
Wentz lofts it. Touchdown to Trey Burton. Carson Wentz with a strike. Ajayi, we were told, will line up for about 12 plays. This is a big one. Ajayi looking for the angle. Ajayi dives. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi in his Philadelphia debut.
On 1st down, another fake. Cousins going for it all. Deep far sideline. What a catch, though! Couldn't bring it in. The ruling is incomplete, and there was Harris again, who they just called up from the practice squad.
Run it so effectively that everything's been working here in the 2nd half.
Oh, yeah. And look out. Prescott was the arm coming forward. They say the play is still alive. And this is Bratter, who's going to run it in for the touchdown. At least for the moment. Chris Long created the fumble. And that is the ruling on the field right now as they envelop Prescott. Ruled a fumble and a touchdown. Half of the field. Have to get to the 35 to convert. Swing it out here. And it's picked off. Down the sideline goes Janoris Jenkins. He's inside the 10, and he will get into the end zone. Janoris Jenkins with the pick and the run back, and an extra point will tie the game.
Seasons have gone awry. Here, that's a little bit different.
There's Ajayi, big hole.
Ajayi breaks through inside the 5, and he fumbled. It's loose. Eagles pick it up. Did they secure it? Touchdown!
Out of their offensive lineman got called for holding in that same situation.
Tress Way set to kick it for Washington. Big kick, 55 yards, juggled by Ryan Switzer. And Switzer turns it upfield. Switzer into the open field. Switzer is gone. He'll go all the way for a Cowboy touchdown.
Prescott over the middle. He's got completion. Smith off to the races. Ride
Roquan Smith. Touchdown. 81 yards.
He's getting guaranteed pay. Clemens sets and throws, and it's intercepted. Bashaud Breeland. Nobody near him. And Breeland waltzes into the end zone for a touchdown. 96 yards.
Game, they lose the head-to-head. They would have been swept by the Seahawks. So that's a huge game coming up. It's lateral time. Austin. And it's taken by Philly and Brandon Graham for the touchdown. Eagles win it. And they go to 11-2.
Hard for this team as well, so they've got some versatility.
On 2nd and 10, the fake end around to Grant. They set up the screen. This is Bibbs. Bibbs still going inside the 10 to the end zone. Touchdown! 36 yards. Second career touchdown for Capri Bibbs.
And of course, Rob Kelly, whom we just mentioned, on 2nd and 6. Cousins taking a shot. Jackson is wide open and strolls into the end zone. 48 yards from Cousins.
Perhaps the play where you try to lateral it around. That's going to be a short throw. Cooper. Richard, as so often happens, they're going the wrong way. We've seen this happen before as well. The defense scoring on the last play of the game. Derek Barnett. Merry Christmas in Philadelphia.
Darkwa on the carry. Giants leading rusher. With a good run, he breaks a tackle. Turns it into a race to the goal line. Darkwa going all the way. Touchdown. "75-yard run."
Four men on the rush. Keenum throws. He's picked. Patrick Robinson back the other way. Looking for a block. Gets it. Robinson for the touchdown.
One of them has hung up these linebackers.
Xavier Rhodes on the bench, not out there on 3rd down and 10. And Foles able to get away and throw. Pass is caught. Jeffrey, touchdown.
He's been one step ahead of Mike Zimmer all night.
The Eagles are 6 for 8 on 3rd down. Flea flicker. Foles launches downfield. Smith. Touchdown.
Off play action. Going for it all into the end zone, and it is caught. Alshon Jeffrey for the touchdown. 4th and goal. And they're going to snap it, and it's Trey Burton who throws, caught. Foles, touchdown.
Watching Odell Beckham play.
Gain of 7, Beckham's 8th reception. Now Barkley up the middle, cuts to the outside. Saquon Barkley across midfield, down the sideline, stayed in bounds, and Barkley takes it all the way. 68 yards for his first NFL touchdown.
And if that's going to be your first NFL touchdown, I don't know if it could be any more beautiful than that run. Oh, my goodness. Saquon Barkley. Tiki, is that hamstring hurting him?
No, it's not at all. It's like the crowd was waiting for that moment all day long. They finally got out of their seats and they're cheering down here. That was impressive as first touchdown could be.
That we've both gone through 13 years down the road. Play fake on first down. Time to throw. Smith lets it rip. Richardson, he's got it inside the 5. Touchdown!
One-on-one up top with Beckham.
Gonna hand it off Barkley. Look at that! Woo! Did he soar? That is some serious hang time.
Oh, that was serious.
Yes, it was.
Second down and 9. As Manning fires, looking for Beckham in the end zone. There is a flag, and Beckham makes the catch for a Giants touchdown.
Now the hamstring. 2nd and 10. Setting up a screen for Barkley. Blocking in front. First down and more into Eagle territory. Still going. Incredible. Incredible. Wow.
Beckham just unable to make a play. It's a good individual play by Beckham to get it.
Here's Barkley making a cut.
Good night.
He's gone. No flags. Touchdown Giants.
Minute 10, you got one timeout. Need to get this snapped.
One for the big one. Down the field, wide open for the touchdown is Michael Gallup.
What a route by Gallup.
It's Peterson, big hole, first down and more. Still going. Adrian Peterson inside the 20, the 10, touchdown. 64 yards.
Saquon Barkley. Pretty easy, right?
Oh, yeah. That forced a sidearm attempt. Was that intercepted?
Yep.
It rolled off the defender, and this is Ogletree into the end zone for a touchdown. It looked like Janoris Jenkins, as he did on Monday night against the Giants, got a hand on the pass. The question is, did it ever? 2nd down and 4. Handoff is to Adams. Josh Adams for the touchdown. Exactly what Philadelphia needed. And a 28-yard touchdown run. Low snap. Prescott in trouble. Still up. What a touchdown run by Dak Prescott.
Right now, that could be anybody.
Barkley again with a big hole, and he's into the open field. One man to beat inside the 10, and Barkley to the end zone, a touchdown for the Giants. What a player, what a player, what a player he is. Saquon Barkley.
Alex Smith, Carson Wentz all called him to wish him well, and congratulations on that game.
Intercepted right off the bat by Ogletree. Touchdown. What a start. Alec Ogletree.
Almost got through it.
Wayne Gallman Jr. in for the first time today. They're going to let Odell Beckham Jr. look to throw it. He's done it once. He's got a man wide open. It's caught for the touchdown. The covered, and the Giants have the lead.
Eagles with the Cowboys. He's back. Adrian Peterson is going to help him. Look at the 33-year-old Adrian Peterson. A 90-yard touchdown. And with that comes history for AD all day.
For the Packers, who are trying to end a 3-game losing skid. And that pass is intercepted. Curtis Riley with a Giants touchdown. And that ball looked like it was deflected. Riley was there to pick it out of the air and take it in. Giants protecting a 10-0 lead. Barkley straight ahead with a big hole. And running through is Saquon Barkley. And he's going in for a Giants touchdown. 78 yards. That deserves a wow.
Season. 3rd down and 5, and Winston slides through. Pressure, gets hit, ball's out. Jalen Smith on the return. Down the sideline. Nobody there for Tampa Bay. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. It was knocked out by Randy Gregory.
He's making a pretty strong play. He'll be the same spot next year. Give it to Saquon Barkley, jumping over everybody. Touchdown! It's a touchdown, despite the fact Dallas is running with the ball. Prescott, pressure from Vernon, spins away, looking, throwing, going end zone. He's in! Incomplete! An unbelievable catch, but he's out of bounds, and the Giants will win it. 2nd and 2 on the fake. Here comes pressure from Okafor. Foles going to let it go. He's going to go deep. He's got Jordan Matthews. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Third and 2. Keenum rolling. Pressure throws. He's got a completion and a first down. It's Vernon Davis, the Angels one, who stays on his feet somehow. And he's going to race to the end zone and get there. Touchdown, Washington.
Barkley again. Barkley, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Giants.
1st and 10, 25-yard line off the fake to Gallman. Jones pass is caught by Evan Engram, still going down the sideline. Evan Engram will take this all the way.
What a great read by Daniel Jones. More importantly, what a great job by Evan Engram with the misdirection.
2nd down, play fake to Thompson. And across the middle, and it's intercepted by Jabril Peppers. He will go to the end zone.
Fourth down and 1. Falk the fake. Here comes the rush, and it's picked off on the play. Coming through, Nathan Geary. It's a pick 6.
Second and 8, the give coming around this side is Steven Sims, and Sims still on the loose and down the sideline. Steven Sims going to go all the way to the end zone. No flags.
With the injuries they've sustained, they've needed some bodies. Prescott hit as he throws, and the pass is caught. Gallup, touchdown, Dallas. Four-man rush. Prescott floats it for Cooper, hits him in stride. Cooper stays in bounds for the touchdown. Wow. Second down and 12. Brady with pressure. Out comes the football. Recovered by Golden. And Marcus Golden is going to reach for the touchdown. No flags.
From their own 35, Sanders bursting through. The rookie from Penn State. All the way in. Touchdown, Eagles.
The one hit did lead to a defensive score.
Excuse me, a score. Excuse me.
3rd down and 7. As Jones fires, Slayton's got it. Touchdown, his 2nd today. What a catch. 28 yards from Jones to Slayton.
Second and 10 now for Prescott. Able to get away from the pressure, direct traffic, and in stride go to Blake Jarwin. And Jarwin takes it all the way in. 42-yard touchdown as Prescott extended and Jarwin scored.
Sims had a big return earlier, takes this one on the run, lost the football, and stays on his feet. Out across the 30 and still going. Steven Sims will take this all the way into the end zone. 91 yards for a Redskins touchdown.
Well, he's out of the game right now. Javorius Buck Allen checks in on 3rd down, looking to the end zone. And it's a catch made. It is a touchdown for Sterling Shepard.
1 of 5 on 3rd downs tonight. See what Eli comes up with here. Downfield, wide open. He's got him again. Manning to Slayton. Score it. My, oh my, what a rebirth we have tonight with Eli Manning. 55-yard touchdown.
Turns out to be a 24-yard penalty. Gives the Giants a fresh set of downs. Manning up the seam, and it is caught off the deflection by Tate. Still going. Tate into the end zone. Multiple flags. It was Nick Needham with the deflection. If it stands, it's a 51-yard catch and run for 6.
Eagles have 5 defenders standing inside the 25-yard line. They come after Haskins. He flips the ball away. It is picked up. And off to the races is Branham. He'll score a touchdown on the final play of the game. Mom fly in and make you breakfast every day and wrap your presents. There's Barkley at a 32-yard run, and this one's going for longer than that. Inside the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, 6 for Saquon. Eagles this year. All right, now the Giants' turn to try and answer, and here's Saquon Barkley, and he is off to the races. The 30, the 20, Saquon for 6.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Jones steps up, launches downfield, and Slayton caught.
From the 25-yard line. Mullins throws, and it's picked off. And all the way to the end zone. Touchdown.
3rd down and 9. Eagles must get to the 35 for a 1st down. They keep it on the ground, and Sanders is still going in Steelers territory. The Pittsburgh native, Miles Sanders, takes it all the way with his mom and many friends in attendance here at Heinz Field. 74 yards for an Eagles score.
Wow, was not expecting that.
But I think what you're finding on offense is they're trailing as much as the Giants are all season. Like 75% of the game, the Cowboys are
intercepted. Bouncing off the hands, and Fackrell has it. Gets a block, and Fackrell trying to find his way home, and he does.
Blue 80,
Pressure, ball comes out, and is scooped up. Brown has it, and returns it for the touchdown.
Allen lobbing it up for the big Thomas.
trying to haul it in. What a catch. Touchdown, Washington. Washington has struggled all year on third down. They've been good in this half. Allen under pressure, lost the football. Still loose on the deck, and it's scooped up by the Giants. Tay Crowder all the way for the lead. Touchdown, New York. Down to the throw. Lofting one. He's got a man. It's McLaurin in stride. Touchdown, Washington.
It's a lot more confident. Showing blitz. Here they come again. And look out, and down he goes. Ball is out again. And the Eagles, on what appears to be a live ball, McLeod is going to take it all the way to the end zone.
Jones on the keep. And Daniel Jones showing his legs, showing his speed, and Jones into the end zone for the touchdown.
Second and goal. Dalton looking end zone. He throws. Oh, what a catch!
There's clearly a difference. They're not going to get to 10, so he's got to find a way to talk to him now.
There's Pollard, and he's still going. Inside the 10, Pollard to the end zone, touchdown!
That was all Tony Pollard there. That was good.
Kind of Zeke-esque. Dalton throws down the sideline. He's got Cooper. Touchdown, Dallas. Third down and 6, right up the gut. That is Gibson, and he is gone. Third of the ball game for the rookie Antonio Gibson. And Pack. Here's a play made by the defense for the touchdown. Montez Sweat.
Rager is going to field this at the 26. Off of one hop. Picks it up. Uh-oh, watch out. Down the 40. Trying to wiggle past the punter. Stiff arms him. He's in.
What are we going to have moving forward as Carson Wentz as our quarterback?
On second down, they will run it and run it. They will to Sanders. Big run. He's still on his feet. Miles Sanders. It's a foot race to the 30. Can he go all the way? The answer is yes.
49ers trying to work their way up from the bottom of the NFC West. Snap. Mullins throws and it's intercepted. It's another Washington takeaway. Cameron Curl. He's going to go all the way. It's a touchdown for the Washington football team.
It's Tony Pollard with a block by Brown, and there it goes. Off to the races. Looking at it. Chased by Witherspoon into the end. And here we go. Onside kick. Nice catch right there. It's Lamb. He's off to the races. And this baby is over.
The New York Giants rooting for Carolina and Dallas following their loss in Baltimore. Hurts on first down, fires downfield. It's Deshaun Jackson back in the lineup. Missed the last 7 games. And he will take it 81 yards. A somersault into the end zone.
Some of the Pro Bowlers from the Bills and the Vikings. 3rd and 5. Heineke in trouble again. He's able to escape. Keeps the play alive. Runs for the first down. Dives to the pylon.
Prescott to the end zone, and it's going to be caught. Amari Cooper with a touchdown. Cockrell covering on the play. And for Cooper, touchdown number 2 tonight. Catch number 10.
56 yards, the longest play of the game. Heineke throws it into the end zone. Touchdown! What a throw, and Ricky Seals-Jones is there for Washington.
Pressure on. Dumps it off on a screen to Gibson. And Antonio Gibson running like a receiver. Can he be caught by Tre'Davious White? Eventually, yes. All the way inside the 10 and into the end zone.
Blitz coming. It's picked up. Prescott going for it all for Cooper. He's got it. Touchdown.
Now he wants to take the points.
So now the Giants start from their 48, play action, and then Jones goes deep, and the catch is made, and then Ross, it's ruled a touchdown. He crossed the plane before he lost the football.
100%. We'll see. Taylor Heineke got himself into a nice little groove. I love what Scott Turner's done for him, getting him on the move.
And here's DeAndre Carter. Speaking of going on the move, Carter on the move. All the way for his first NFL touchdown.
But I think we also have to give credit to Jerry Jones and Will McClay. Here's a pick. There's 6.
Defense has to make a stand on 2nd and 15. Quick throw, and it's intercepted. He's got another one, and he's got a field ahead of him. Diggs is going to take it to the end zone. Unbelievable.
Everybody packed in tight here for first down. Jalen Smith on the blitz, almost gets home. Heineke lets it fly. McLaurin, end zone, touchdown.
Broadcaster, our former colleague at Fox, who passed away at the age of 68. Ball comes loose, and it will be taken in for a touchdown back in Detroit.
After the block at the right tackle to the near side. Oh, it's picked off. He is gone. Kiss McKinney goodbye. Pick 6 for the Giants.
Melvin Gordon. Straight ahead.
Oh, the ball's out.
Coming out of there with the football is Darius Slay. Slay on the move to the outside. Blockers in front of him. Slay all by himself down the field. Simeon stepping up. Past the sticks. Dangerous throw. Intercepted. Darius Slay. Big play. Slay has done it again. Hurts keeps. Hurts cuts. Hurts has the first down. And Jalen Hurts might have just put it away for the Eagles. Touchdown.
Giants go heavy again. Pressure. Jones off his back foot, and it's caught. Andrew Thomas. Welcome back to the Giants lineup.
Makes perfect sense. With that old thing. Here's Pollard. Oh, look at Pollard. Turn it on. Carlson. He gets past him. Look at Pollard taking it for the touchdown.
Toss to Pollard. And there he goes. Tony Pollard down the sideline. Jets are on. Touchdown, Dallas. Flag on the play. Another interception. And this is Watkins to the end zone.
Empty backfield. Pressure. Heineke is decked. Down he goes. The ball is loose. It's picked up by Dallas and Armstrong. He's got a convoy. He's going to walk in for the touchdown.
If you can keep them on the field, you can gain an advantage.
Pressure up the middle. Heineke spins away. Nice move. Sets. Launches deep. Looking for Sims. He's got it. And they say no. He's out of bounds. Oh, Cam Sims. Incredible effort against Diggs, but he did not land inbounds.
That's the process of a 4-minute offense.
On the fake. Prescott. Pumps. Throws. Intercepted. Holcomb's got it with a path to the end zone. Holcomb still on his feet and he's in. Oh my goodness.
18-inch vertical, he put it to work.
Lennon's pass picked off, and it's Alex Singleton who takes it all the way back into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Speaking of defensive scores,
I love that even more.
Empty backfield, 4-man rush. And that is intercepted. It's the Marcus Lawrence. Down the sideline he goes. And look at that. Into the end zone.
You kind of get the point.
Tressway averaging 51 and has that one blocked. And that's another touchdown for Dallas. This time it's Golston. Corey Clement came in and blocked it. And Golston winds up as the 19th Cowboy to score a touchdown this season.
Blitz coming, the throw, and it's intercepted! And that's going to be a Washington football team touchdown!
Boston Scott getting the handoff. And he breaks loose. Scott is gone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And they're on the board.
27-yard gain, only the second catch for Thomas. Again, an injury-plagued season last year. He only got into 6 games. Wentz, deep drop, pressure on, gets rid of it. Sideline throw. He's got Terry McLaurin. And that's a Washington Commander touchdown. 49 yards. Third down, 8, big test for the young Jacksonville defense. They do bring extra pressure, and Wentz is protected for the end zone. And Dotson, he holds it in. It's a touchdown, Commanders. Now that deserves a wow.
Hurts keeps around the edge and bends it back down, fighting for the end zone. What a run! Barkley, nice cut. There he goes. Saquon to the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
Pollard right up the middle. Tony Pollard breaking free. Pollard cuts back. Pollard all the way. Touchdown, Dallas.
As the timing, a little bit of his patience as well.
Heineke sets up, looking for Terry McLaurin against Alexander. It is caught! Touchdown! Commanders take the lead. Four-man rush. Fields stepping up. Sidearm sling. He's got a connection. There goes Montgomery, who lost the football. And the Cowboys have it. It's Parsons on top of it. Micah Parsons on the move. And Micah Parsons is in. Here's Pollard. And sure enough, a first down and more. Welcome to the big show, Tony Pollard, his third touchdown of the day.
Yeah, Mark, you do get credit for not turning it over, and they haven't so far, as Heineke avoids pressure and heaves it deep. Samuel, the officials down there, and Samuel makes the catch. There were 3 Vikings and an official, but Samuel made the catch. One official is saying he's in for the touchdown. Slides up to the top portion of your screen. And in that direction, it's intercepted. He was throwing for Cooks, but Kendall Fuller has a takeaway, and that's a Commanders touchdown.
Put 55 inside. Get a matchup you like. I don't know. It's against Zach Martin. Good luck.
Going deep. Pollard has the catch, and no one will touch him again. Touchdown, Dallas.
This starts, it's a perfect throw by Dak Prescott, and Pollard showing the juice and why he's been exceptional here for a long time, especially the...
Blitz coming, picked up. Prescott looking to run, throws across his body downfield. Oh, Lamb, a one-hander, and a penalty to boot. CeeDee Lamb, what a grab.
What he did to the broadcast industry allows guys like me to do this.
Fake. Prescott has plenty of time. Ferguson wide open. Look at him go. Jumping over people at the 30 and then head down inside the 25. He leapt right over Jason Pinnock, and this crowd goes nuts.
These guys use their platforms for many causes, so many of them personal, and they reach so many through it. Such a credit to them through their pain.
Wiley Cox fumbled the football. It's recovered by Dallas. And is that Malik Hooker again? It is! Against his old team again! Touchdown, Dallas!
Six defensive backs. Collins playing up front. It's Foles to the air. Intercepted by the aforementioned Collins. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown. Pick six.
He takes that all the way untouched.
Four-man rush. Prescott. That one might be a pick six. It will be. Touchdown, Washington. You believe that?
Not a lot of guys down here. This Minnesota defense.
A little pitch. Barkley looking for a seam. Great cut. Saquon Barkley in for the touchdown. An immediate answer by the Giants.
How long does that injury hold up this evening?
3rd down and 5. Hurts will look to throw. He's got Goddard with a one-handed catch. Dallas Goddard in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a catch, and he turns it into a score from 16.
And it's awesome to see the division back to where it is this year.
Gainwell trying to get around the edge, and Kenneth Gainwell explodes all the way for another touchdown. Moves over 100 yards for the day in style with a touchdown run from 35. Hurts has all day, loaded up, taking a shot, looking for A.J. Brown. He's got it! Touchdown!
Here's the 3rd and 4 for the Patriots.
A lot of empty formation, trying to tire out the D-line.
Pass. Intercepted, deflected, and picked off. And running with it is Slay. And he breaks the tackle and gallops to the end zone for the pick six.
Bringing back Slay. Bradbury reloaded this roster.
Crushed rubber that they lay at the bottom of these field turf surfaces. Graham Gano, the veteran, 36 years old. Great through by Thomas, who blocked it. And Igbenogany has it for Dallas. Noah Igbenogany stays in bounds, and the Cowboys special teams gets the first score of the year. Touchdown, Dallas. Third and 19. Jones gets it out. Barkley got hit, fumbled right in the air, and it flies into the hands for a touchdown of DeRon Bland.
Just got it away. Hurts. Good protection. Time runs out. Touchdown, Zacchaeus.
Bill Belichick's staple in these middle 4 minutes around halftime.
2nd down, a lot of time. Jones just can't find it. Comes back across the field. This time he pays the price. DeRon Bland, pick six.
Seconds to go. Hurts firing for the end zone and a one-handed attempt. Oh my goodness! A.J. Brown with an amazing touchdown.
The head coach right there talked about their development. You have got to be encouraged with what they were able to do against a stout Philly
What a catch by Crowder.
Are you kidding me?
And a fourth touchdown throw from Sam Howell, as you were just talking about, the young quarterback.
It appeared as if there may have been some issues with the communication, so Brissett helping signal in the plays. Second down and 10. Here's Howell going deep to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Dotson. What a throw, what a catch.
They're going to need to show up big today to keep this Dallas offense at bay.
As Ferguson in motion, pressure on Prescott, gets rid of it. Lamb. Oh, one-hander, CeeDee Lamb. Who made his Carolina debut against the Bears last week, checks in a corner. Here the Cowboys run. Big hole. Pollard right up the middle. Penalty flag near the goal line. Is he in? He is. But let's see what the penalty is first. Hang on. Here's Bryce Young. He's got time here, and he throws, and it's intercepted. It's Deron Bland again. Bland looking for another pick six, and he's got it. It's his fourth of the year.
I mean, we've seen all these pick sixes all year, and you just...
From the Giants 48. Howell under pressure, and then he will throw. Picked off. Isaiah Simmons with the interception down the sideline. Simmons into the end zone. Touchdown Giants on their sixth takeaway of this game. He returns it 54 yards.
Second and 10.
There it is. This is history. If Bland can take it the distance, this will be the record. Bland for the fifth time has a pick six. It's never happened in the history of the NFL.
And what a call by you. You got me with goosebumps, Nance. That was unbelievable.
The 45, Prescott in trouble. Cox lost the football. Jalen Carter, the rookie, has picked it up. And Carter will score. Game on. The veteran Fletcher Cox with a game-changing play.
Played the position that kind of way and was smart with the ball. But by the time he finished, he was a game changer. Because people wanted all their quarterbacks to look like him.
Brissett for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Throw it in the perfect spot, 29 yards. He beat Kendrick. 28-13.
Second down and 20. That is picked up! Adoree Jackson changing this game. Hurts in pursuit. Will not get him. It's a pick six. Adoree Jackson. Fun final couple weeks to sort that all out. Second and 5. Deep shot. Slayton's behind Blankenship. Darius Slayton is in. Touchdown Giants. Boy, you couldn't have handed that to him any better than Tyrod Taylor just did.
Now third down and 13. Blitz coming. Prescott able to get out of the end zone. And now airs it out for Lamb. He's got it. He's gone. When he gets there, it's a touchdown Cowboys. On top.
What a stunt and what a show and go by Fink Martindale again.
Olszewski from the 6-yard line. Has a little bit of room in front of him. Out to the 20. And going to be breaking tackles. He's still on his feet. Olszewski looked like he was going down, and he may take it all the way. Olszewski to the house. No flags. One-on-one Wilson, miscommunication and a pick for Sidney Brown. And Sidney Brown's got room. Cuts it back inside the 40. Now he's upfield. He goes all the way for the Eagles touchdown. 98 yards.